It's time to confess.
Let's have some coffee. Hey, we're Chips and Salsa, two homeschool moms bringing you fun, practical, and encouraging tips.
Yes, and we have just hit 600 subscribers.
Woo! Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel and sharing our content.
Yes, we want to ask you guys to keep sharing it. Share it with all your homeschool friends, all your homeschool moms. We do have a goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers by August because Chips and Salsa will be 2 years old.
Yay!
So if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell button so that you don't miss any of our videos.
We really appreciate it.
All right, so it's time.
So lay it on me, Ximena. What do you have to confess?
Well, we always like to reflect on our school year. Mm-hmm. And I was just reflecting on, things that I need to learn from. I'm learning that I am having a hard time adjusting to just the natural changes of life. My daughter turned 13 and there's been some really good stuff and difficult things.
Yeah.
I think the good things is that we're getting along much better now because I think she's finally a teenager.
Yeah.
The in-between, the preteen, I found more challenging.
Well, that does help me because Angela turned 10 this year and she is driving me crazy.
preteen girls are hard. I thought so. I was like, is it me? But I spoke to other moms and I think it's just a challenging time because I feel like they're in the in-between.
Yeah. I think what's hard for me is having 3 boys. I can be much rougher with them. Yeah. And when I'm rough with her, she crumbles.
I know.
I'm like, she's too delicate.
They are delicate.
And it annoys me.
I know. I think my husband really helped me in that phase because I would get super annoyed as well. And he would be like, oh, she's just going through some changes. And I'd be like, it's not an excuse, But anyway, that has gotten better. But there's other things that I'm like, I just feel like what, you don't need me to do that for you anymore? And I didn't think I was that kind of person, that kind of mom. I mean, I like my kids to be independent. I do. I like my independence too. I like that. But I think with homeschooling, because we have thrived so much through this journey.
Yes.
And it's hard to let go.
Right. Well, what were you saying, that article?
Oh, yeah, I read an article. Well, I didn't read the whole article, but the title said why more people are homeschooling and why we think it's all about the parents or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I disagree with that. But I was thinking, are the kids thriving as much as I am?
Right.
Like, I talk about our curriculum, what books we're reading, all the time. And the kids...
Do they?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, they do talk about their books. But it's like when I ask them, do you feel like you're having an amazing learning experience? And they're like, yeah.
What do they have to compare it to?
Exactly. They don't know.
I think I'm comparing it to my own schooling. And I'm going,
that's what I'm doing.
These kids know so much more geography, so much more culture, so much more poems.
Everything.
They've read so many more books than I did. I mean, and so in comparison.
Exactly. I feel the same way. Well, another confession is sometimes I have inconsistent expectations. I have very high expectations on with writing and certain things, and then I haven't been consistent enough with follow through for other subjects, or it's inconsistent all around. So I'll be nitpicking this essay like crazy,
right?
And I don't know, expecting some sort of high school level or something. I do get very ridiculous, I think, sometimes, and then there'll be weeks where I'm not even checking their science, because I'm distracted or whatever. And so I don't like that inconsistency because I feel like they don't have the same accountability for everything.
Right. I have to confess that I do the same thing.
Okay.
Like, I'm very on top of their math, but sometimes I don't check their science worksheets either. And what I've noticed, I've been getting better with checking if they're actually reading their readers.
Well, that's
because when I ask them the questions, half the group doesn't know what's going on in the book, and I'm like, hey, I'm taking your word for it. So I haven't been consistent with like staying on top of them.
Yeah,
like I should have.
I agree. I think too late, like in the year, I started typing up the questions beforehand for my daughter, and that was a lot of work. But now I'm trying to have this regrouping kind of time in my flow where I can be like, okay, let's talk about this. Yeah. And it's been good, but it's like, what? Well, it's like almost May, and I'm doing that.
Right. Consistency is so hard. I think I've dropped the ball on like staying on top of them with their chores too. Yeah. And that has really bit me in the butt because I get so overwhelmed when the house starts feeling all messy.
It's the worst.
And what I did was I cleaned my shoe closet. And
I saw that.
Yeah, I posted on Instagram if you're curious. And I swear it's been, a week or so now, and the kids have been putting their shoes back. I told the kids, I have a dream that one day little brown girls and boys will put their shoes away, and that I won't trip over shoes when I walk into the house, and then that will transfer into them putting their clothes away and their books away, and we will live in an organized house.
Yes. That is awesome. Isn't that everybody's dream? It's my dream.
Raise your hand if it's your dream. Yeah. Tell us in the comments below.
Right now we're staying at my parents because we're buying a house, and I get up and there's my son's pants and socks on the dining room table.
Oh, I love clothes on the table where we eat. It's awesome.
It's like, what is happening? But I mean, to their defense, they don't really have a room, but still it's like, can you put it back in your drawer?
Right.
Do you have any other confessions? Fess up, DeeDee.
Okay, well, I do have one other confession, and this, I know all of the really good moms out there are gonna look down upon me, but my kids have been out of control with going on their computer and watching videos and playing video games. And I wouldn't say it's behind my back, it's just
so hard to control.
Right, I'm just like busy doing something, and I'll turn around and I'm like, why is the house so quiet? What is everybody doing? And everybody's with the earphones, laughing at videos, and I'm like, what? You guys know that you're not supposed to be doing that right now.
You know what? That's something I've struggled with this whole year too. Speaking of my teenage daughter, she's into this thing where now she just wants to listen to music all day long on her phone.
I have one of those.
Which I understand because I was like that, you know? But I mean, it's been hard because I felt like we used to have a really good system where it's like you get 1 hour of electronic time. But now with the phone, how do you control that? And and how do I let her spread her wings a little bit more? I mean, she's texting. She has no social media, so I don't have to worry about that, but she's like texting her friends and stuff, which is fine. It's her homeschool friends,
I know.
So I'm vigilant, but it's just kind of like, I don't know what to think about it.
I made an 8 o'clock basket where they put their phone in the basket at 8 o'clock, and that has helped some just with like them not being up all night with the phone. Yeah. But I hate the earphones in the ears all day.
Me too.
What? You can't even hear me when I call you. What are you doing with those earphones?
I feel the same way.
Remember that book, that sweet book? Did you read I Love You Forever with your son?
I didn't read that.
You didn't?
No.
It was the most beautiful preschool
I remember you told
book.
me about it.
I love you forever. I like you for always.
That's what she does. That's what she does at night when she's remembering her babies.
Yes. And the mom in the book is doing it to her grown son. Like, she keeps doing it through all the stages. And at one point, he becomes a teenager and he's bouncing the basketball in the house, and he's tracking mud with his shoes, and he's listening to loud music. And I'm going, My kids aren't going to do that.
Surprise! Surprise!
doing it.
Surprise! It's so hard. I think this is really hard, and I think this is a topic everybody can relate to, who has preteens or teenagers. How does one control that, or do we just I try to remember when I was a kid, I would get up and go to the Nintendo or to my computer, on weekends and stuff.
Yeah.
The same thing. My mom would be like, "Turn off that Nintendo." You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's the same thing, It's hard to control because we heard that whole YouTube Kids fiasco, I mean, our kids are too old for YouTube Kids, but I don't know. It's hard. I mean, you can look in their history, but I think they know how to delete it by this point, and it's just hard. I mean, we have to depend on God at that point and really just
We do.
wisdom.
And part of, I talk to my kids about this all the time, is that part of you having a phone and these different things is that you're learning how to be self-governed, how to have self-control in the protection of our home.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest lesson that we can teach them. Because even my son has said before when, because our Wi-Fi for them shuts off at 8 o'clock too.
Yeah.
We have Google Wi-Fi, and so you can control all that. When we pause Wi-Fi and he's forced to go write a song or read a book, he tells me himself, he's like, "Mom, I want to do this more. I want creative time." It's just being consistent with having them do the hobby, Genius Hour,
Right.
Work on something that's not electronics, that's not mindless.
Right. And not school.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, to just
It's hard
express their creativity.
because we have stuff to do. We,
Right?
we're cleaning the house.
I can't teach you all day. I can't dictate every hour of your day, children.
Yeah. Or can we? No. Anyway.
But there have been successes this
Yes,
year.
there have. And number one has been our curriculum. We are doing Book Shark Level 5.
Yes.
And it's been great. We've been loving it.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I probably enjoyed it more than the kids, but it's been awesome.
Well, we've enjoyed the fact that we have less planning to do. And we're able to enjoy it more with our kids. I've been loving the read alouds.
Yes.
That's such a great thing, such a great bonding moment, even with our teenagers now. It's so
Yes. Well, don't stop reading aloud to your preteens and teens.
good. No.
That is a special time. You experience that journey of that book together. And it's like you went on a trip.
And they enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
They look forward to it.
Yeah.
You said we read?
30 books.
We've read 30 books, guys.
And the year's
We're
not
awesome.
over.
Cheers.
The year is not over. There's still, I forget, a good 10 more.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
that's a lot. Thanks, Book Shark.
And I think the other success has been our co-op.
Yes.
Part of the Book Shark is what the Level 5 Eastern Hemisphere explores different countries in the Eastern Hemisphere, and we've used our co-op to really enrich that experience with diving into the culture, the music, the art,
Food.
the language, the food of those
It's been so
countries. So nice.
Yeah, and we've had a new family, which is, she's a dear friend of ours, and it's been that much more
Yes.
fun. And now we're able to split more things in the co-op too, so it's been really nice.
Yeah, it has. I think the friendship and the camaraderie of the kids this year in the co-op.
Special.
It is.
It's special.
So wonderful.
Yeah, find yourself a community, guys. We can't say that enough.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yes.
The little competitions they have, the youngers versus the older,
Yeah.
that's been super fun.
And they take care of one another and cheer each other on. It's
They
really,
do.
really, really special.
They're great kids.
They really are. Another success has been, I think we've been very intentional about our self-care this year.
Yes. If you haven't seen our self-care video, check that out.
Yep.
Over there.
I think it's here. I never know. Until I edit.
But I've been really happy with myself and my consistency with getting up in the morning, having a morning routine, working out every day, and that helps me feel ready for the day.
Yeah. Mine has been completely jacked and interrupted with our move. But this week I started again doing my back strengthening exercises and eating right and my intermittent fasting again because I'm like, I cannot, it's just, I need it, you know?
Yeah.
So I think we've been good about taking days off, about doing things that that give us life.
Yes.
Our Sabbath days.
Yes.
And I think we're just going to continue with that. We're going to keep each other accountable.
Yes, absolutely. Because being refreshed in our own spirit, spending that time with the Lord, and letting the kids have time to refresh and reflect on the Lord, that is way more valuable than anything else you could do.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. All right, so looking ahead, we don't want to make this too long, but we have high schoolers next year. And that's been hard for me, honestly, to let go. I mean, first of all, just to make the decisions. Because they make you decide.
They tell us, you need to sit down now and plan out the next 8 years of your kid's life. Well, my kid
is 13.
Doesn't know what he wants to do for the next 8 years. We should make a video.
We will.
About just our own kind of walking through this planning.
Yeah. And we're excited about co-op again next year because we're going to continue.
And we need to plan our summer because that's always fun.
And we have a DC trip coming up in less than a month.
Which is going to be epic.
It's
4 families, 4 cities.
It's going to be great. We're super excited and we're going to tell you all about it in another video. And we're going to just absorb U.S. history.
Yeah, if you don't follow us on Instagram or Facebook, you need to check us out because we'll be posting pictures, we'll be posting videos, lives, and we're excited about everything we're going to see and expose our kids to.
That's right.
It's going to be great.
All right. Well, I think we can wrap it up.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to our confessions. And if you relate, we want to hear from you.
Yes. Let's have a chat.
Yes. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.